Over 120 million women in menopause have osteoporosis. This is a massive number and a statistic that is actually quite scary. And quite honestly, a statistic that I think us women don't want to be part of. The good news is that we don't have to become a statistic. We can actually truly work our way to being stronger and healthier as we get older. That's good news. So, how do we prevent osteoporosis? But also, what is it? So osteoporosis is when basically your bone become porous, so they're less dense, and therefore they become weaker. And when that happens, you are at higher risk of fractures. And some fractures, like hip fractures, can actually lead older women to death. So this is really a big thing to think about. We think about aging, but this is so much more than that. The good news is that we can prevent it, and it really starts when we're children. We need to be outside and play and really allow our body to break down bones and build bones, break down and build. So we have this activity of osteoclast, so the breaking down, and then osteoblast, the building up. As we get older, these activities change, however, because of our hormones. And so when we have declining estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, we also see a decline in osteoblast, so the rebuilding, but we see an increase of osteoclast. So there is a way to obviously prevent this, not only working out, making sure that we have resistance training in our body, in our routine, so that we can build muscle and really support the skeletal system, but also HRT is an option that we should consider with our practitioners. This means adding in progesterone, testosterone, and estrogen so that we can really support the bones and the muscles to make sure that we keep on being healthy. And it's not just those. We have seen that estrogen impacts every single part of the body, our cardiovascular health, you name it. So we can do that. We have the option of HRT and we shouldn't be afraid of it. Diet is really important too. So we make sure that we want calcium, manganese, magnesium into our diet. And how do we get those? From vegetables. I know that people will say calcium in cow's milk. No, calcium is mostly in vegetables. So go for that. Go for that. It's bioavailable except in spinach, and you will do great. In fact, a lot of people actually are deficient in calcium because they don't eat enough greens. And yes, you can also have fortified foods if you want. Now we have soy milk that is fortified with calcium. But manganese, magnesium are so important too. We should not forget these other minerals. So having a complete diet is really, really important. Having a good amount of protein in our diet so that we can keep on building muscles, and plant proteins are amazing and they're not inferior to animal protein, despite what the industry has led us to believe for many years. So you can look at the whole picture and you can stop being a statistic by making change today.